Charlotte Meschede is a clinical nutritionist from South Africa with several years of experience in the field. She studied and specialized in South Africa and the United Kingdom. Very caring and passionate, she has been working in private practice since 1978. Her specialties include diabetes, heart disease, and family health. In 2020, she joined Healthy Living Consulting, which is an online platform that provides assistance and information on all areas of health and fitness. We're happy to have Charlotte here today as our special guest to introduce her new published book in collaboration with Eurobox entitled Let's Eat and Be Healthy with Healthy Hanna. Hi, Charlotte, and welcome to this new episode of Conoscere TV.
Good morning, Geneva. Thank you so much for having me.
So, first of all, please tell us what is this book about? How is it structured, please?
So the book is about trying to encourage children to start eating more healthily and to learn what foods cause unhealth or what foods can make them unhealthy. So I created two characters that were in opposition with each other. One was Healthy Hanna and the other one is Junk Food Jake. And it was really just to emphasize that there are good choices for food and there are the bad choices will make you feel sick and not cope with school and physical fitness and so on.
So is the book meant to be read only by children or is it also for adults?
So it's mostly for children or adults to read to children. So I targeted the age 3 to 5 years old. So obviously they can't read at that point, but I tested it out on all my grandchildren. And as you can hear, I've got quite a few. And it was really just so that the parents could teach them what to say. As I said, they can't read it, but they can look at the pictures. And that's why I used extensive illustrations for the book.
And why do you consider it so relevant to educate children at early age on how to live and eat healthy food?
Okay. So in the light of what's happening globally, I do think that educating children as early as you possibly can in terms of what's healthy to eat and what's not healthy to eat. As you read earlier, I specialize in diabetes, and obviously obesity is part of that. And good eating, you start from a very young age. And what I was trying to achieve with this book was that instead of parents dictating to children, you must eat this, is trying to make them want to eat it because they want to be healthy. So it was trying to create that sentiment rather than just being told what to do, which is what we tend as parents to do. We tend to dictate, not to educate.
And what is the challenge in writing and illustrating a book like yours?
It was huge. I must say, I've said to all my colleagues, it was easier to prepare a scientific paper than to do this, because as simple as it is, I had to make the script rhyme so that it would sound interesting. I had to be careful of using too complicated words so that they would understand, even though I think there are a few that they probably need explanations for. And I had to make the illustrations relevant so that they could identify with what this food was doing to them and how the food was participating in that particular activity.
Now that the book is out, I'm very curious to know how was the feedback like? Can you tell us some of the comments that you received from your nearest readers?
Well, it's been interesting, as I say, first of all, I tested it on my own grandchildren, which at the time I wrote it, they were in that age group of 3 to 5 years old. And they themselves said they wanted to be like Healthy Hanna. When I said choosing the sweets over something healthy, they said, no, well, was that something Junk Food Jake would choose? And I said, absolutely. And they didn't want to be Junk Food Jake. So it was interesting that they wanted to identify with the so-called the good character in the book. In terms of what the parents have found is that they've used the book as a reference. And there's one little girl in particular there where she goes into her grandfather's house and the book is stuck there. You know, that's her book to read with her grandpa. And every time she goes into the house, they have to go through what Healthy Hanna does. And she's just 3. So it's been a fascinating experience from that point of view. Interesting feedback. Interesting.
Wonderful. Ultimately, as a last question, I would like to ask you, what does it mean for you to be able to help others through a book?
Oh, that is my passion. You know, I've been involved in consulting for many, many years, as you initially read out. And if that can resonate with children and help them make even one healthier choice a day, then I feel very blessed and I've done my job.
Thank you, Charlotte. Thank you for your time, for this chat, and best luck with your book out there.
Thank you so much. Thanks for having me.
Let's Eat and Be Healthy with Healthy Hanna is a book that aims to introduce the children to a more conscious approach on food. Observing this little happy and smiley girl in her everyday life can be inspiring for many children and parents who struggle to stay on a more balanced and healthy diet. It is crucial to educate our children about the necessity of a healthy life and the multiple benefits that these provides to live a happier and more productive life. Our health is our wealth. It is now available in bookstores and digital platforms. It's a publication by Eurobooks.